recently we analyzed a roofing company that had been in business for quite a while, and they were very proud of their success. They had been around for a long time, over 20 years. They were doing over $20 million. They were very happy with their success. They were getting a lot of reviews. So everything sounds fine, right? Then I asked a question, what is your closing ratio? Oh, we are doing better than average. And they were. But it doesn't, I don't think they understand what the modern business tools are. For example, they quoted $60 million. They quoted $60 million. They closed $20 million, just over $20 million, which means their closing ratio is around 30%, ranging from 20 to 30%, and they were very happy with that. Then I asked the question, did you pay for those leads? Did you pay for the jobs you didn't get? Oh, no, we pay on commission. We don't pay for those. What about the leads? What about lost opportunity costs? What about lack of growth? And of course, we pay for the leads we don't get, right? And I asked the question, what are we doing to try and increase our closing ratio? Well, our guys are top notch. You won't find better closers than the people we have. We do training. We do daily training. We have role-playing exercises, we have training videos, we have all that. So on the surface, it sounds like they're doing everything that they can, unless you look at it from a different perspective. And the perspective that I asked was, what if you had 2 or 3 other brands that could go back to those leads with now insider information, right? Because if you failed to close, it means a salesperson was on the job site. In the house. They know what kind of vehicles were on the driveway. They know how many children, what the dog's name is, how old the house is, what their lifestyle is, and hopefully they did some research and know what their activities on Facebook and so on. So armed with all this information, could a second brand under the same umbrella, under the same company, now go back and say, are you looking to replace your roof this year, right? We've done quite a bit of work on your street. I know your house fairly well. When did you move in, right? Now, armed with that information, knowing what we already quoted, maybe we were too low, maybe we were too high, or maybe we were the first 5 that had to retrain them or get them over the sticker shock, right? Generally, the first 5 quotes are a waste because the client has no idea what the prices are. They were talking to a neighbor 5 years ago, and they're comparing what the prices were 5 years ago, and material costs just jumped through the roof. So the client is not living in the real world, so they're thinking about 5-year prices from 5 years ago. So the first 5 are generally a waste. So if you were the unfortunate ones that quoted the first 5 quotes, you can pretty much kiss those goodbye, right? But if you had a second opportunity or a third opportunity with a second brand, like Wild One Day Roof, which makes a promise to your future potential clients that you're going to impress them with the work that you're going to do, right? So you're creating credibility with people you're going to meet over the next 5 years. And even though you haven't met them, you're already starting to build credibility. That is the science behind branding. And there's other videos to talk about that. But let's stay focused here. So let's say that you were able to go in with a second brand or a third brand and bring up your closing ratio now to, let's say, 80%, 70 to 80%. Aren't you capturing a lot more of the market? Instead of doing 20 million out of 60 million, what if you could do 40 or 50 million out of 60 million? How would that change your company? Now, this company, in all fairness, was paying $175,000 a year for their marketing, right? So when he said, oh, we don't pay for that. Of course you pay for that. You're paying $175,000 a year, right? That's just to create the leads. right? Then you're paying commission, right? And you're paying for vehicles, and you're paying insurance, and you're paying gas, and you're paying bonuses, and you're paying for all that. So trust me, the 70% that you didn't close, you paid for it. You paid for it dearly, right? So now what happens is if you start closing with other brands, and by the way, the other brands can now close a lot of these jobs over the phone, because now they can say, yes, I know your house. I know, I was on your roof a number of years ago, or I was on your neighbor's roof a number of years ago, and I know the house. I know how many square feet. I know, all we need to do is choose the color of the shingle, or what type of shingle, whether you want the 20-year, 50-year shingle or metal roof or whatever type roof. But you can probably get a commitment over the phone before you head out there for the second time. Now it's a new salesperson, it's a new truck coming out there, and now you're closing a lot more deals. Now the client is over the sticker shock. That client's already had 4 or 5 people come through with the price range that should be the right price range, not what they had in their mind. Now they have all that history. Now they know that you know their house, and you've been in business for a long time, and you have a lot of reviews and a lot of credibility and a trust foundation. Now you can close to a 70 or 80% level. That's what I'm talking about. And that's just one of 7 different efficiency tools that businesses should be using today that most companies don't even know about. So an extra 20 million or 30 million on from jobs you already paid for without costing you an extra dime in terms of marketing, I think you should maybe consider that. I would love to hear your questions, comments below. Let's talk again soon. Take care.